Hi, grade 5 peppers. Are you ready for your language arts performance task coming up? Well, I have 12 solid tips that you can use to guide you in your preparation for the PEP language arts performance task. Not just the preparation, but when you're actually in the examination, how to handle yourself and stay composed so you can get your maximum points. Now, remember, the PEP Language Arts Performance Task checks how well you read, how you think, and how you are able to explain your ideas in writing. So here are my 12 tips. Before you do any writing at all, so with your pencils down, you're going to make sure that you read all the instructions and the text twice, not just one time. So with your pencil down, read through the instructions and the text 2 times. So you're going to read to get the gist of what it is asking for and what the passage is saying. So the first reading is a casual kind of reading just to get the gist, the general idea of what it is about. Your second reading now, that's when you're going to take up your pencil and you're going to underline the important key words. Now, the PEP tasks, they usually have a story, a letter, a poem, an advertisement, something like that. So these are the sources, and you can have 2 sources, 3 sources. So you have to be able to compare the sources, go from one source to the next and see the similarities. You also need to be able to contrast the sources by picking out how they are different. Now, these might come with 3 to 5 questions on the sources, so don't miss out part C because you stopped at part B. You have to read carefully to see how many questions, and the instruction will tell you these questions will be about X, Y, Z. Or these sources will go for questions so and so to so and so. Questions 12 to 15 will be based on these sources. So look out for clues like that. So that's my first tip. You're going to read twice. Read everything, instruction and passages, sources, and you're going to read it twice. The first reading is just to get the general gist, and the second reading is to underline the keywords and make sure you're fully abreast with what is happening and what you're expected to do. My second point, you're going to spot the command words. These are keywords that tell you precisely what action is expected of you. So words like circle, identify, explain, describe, compare, infer, give evidence, state your opinion. Each one wants something different. So for example, explain means you're going to give reasons. Justify with evidence means you're going to quote from the text, and you're going to put those words in quotation marks if you are taking them directly from the text. So these keywords are very important. Tip number 3, number the lines or paragraphs. You can quickly write 1, 5, 10, for example, down the margin of the passage so that when they ask you to use evidence from paragraph 3, you will find it very fast, right? In terms of reading and understanding, tip number 4, you're going to hunt for the evidence from your sources like you are a detective. Never answer from memory. For every point that you make, you need to draw an arrow to the line that proves it, because the PEP exam loves to ask you which sentence shows, for example, which sentence shows that Maya was scared. You need to go back and say it was sentence 5, it was sentence 4, and quote the exact words, and make sure you choose the right sentence that tells you specifically that Maya was scared, for example. Tip number 5, you have to be able to infer from the text and from what you know in real life to be true. So the information that you're getting from the text, you also are keeping in mind your knowledge of the thing. But if the text contradicts your knowledge, you still have to go with the text, because that is what is really being tested for. So maybe let's say the text tells you some absurd thing occurred, and you know in real life that would not occur. You still have to go according to the text, because that's the source that is being provided. But generally speaking, the sources are true to life. If the story says Jamal's hands were shaking and he kept looking at the door, you can infer that he was nervous, even if it doesn't say nervous, because you know from real life that typically when someone's hand is shaking and they keep looking for the exit to get away, it generally indicates that they are nervous or they're scared or they don't like being in that situation. So you have to use the clues from your knowledge of life as well as the context clues from the text sources that are given. Tip number 6, the main ideas versus the details. The main ideas, what the whole paragraph is mostly about. So you need to check the first and last sentences, which are usually where the topic sentences are, and they summarize the paragraph. The details support the topic sentence. Don't pick a tiny detail as the main idea. In terms of writing your responses, tip number 7, use the race strategy for long answers. So that's restate the question, answer the question, cite your evidence, and explain how it proves your point. So, race, restate the question, answer, cite your evidence, and explain how it proves your point. Why did the author use the word slithered? The author used slithered to, so you're restating the question. The author used slithered to show the snake move silently and smoothly. In line 8, it says, the snake slithered through the grass without a sound. This proves it moved quietly like it was hunting. Now that's an excellent answer. Tip 8, quote properly, but keep it short. Don't go back and quote everything from the passage. Use your quotation marks without a sound, line 8. Don't copy the whole sentence, just the part that is crucial for what you're answering. 3 to 5 words is enough. Then explain in your words without the quotation marks. Tip number 9, answer in complete sentences. No one-word answers, even for 1-mark questions. Because he was late, not late. Start with the character felt or the main idea is. Show that you can construct your sentences well. Answer in complete sentences. And tip number 10, opinion questions still need text support. Would you be friends with this character? Why? A bad answer is yes, because he's nice. A better answer is yes, I would be friends with Kareem because he shares. In paragraph 2, he gave his last biscuit to his sister. That shows he's caring. So do you see the difference in those two responses? Final checks. So for tip number 11, watch your time. 3 parts equal 3 chunks. PEP Language Arts performance task is usually 45 to 60 minutes, so you should spend 15 minutes reading and planning, 30 minutes writing, 5 minutes checking. Don't write a whole page for a 2-mark question. You have to look at the marks and see how much do I need to put in terms of the value of the question and the marks that correspond. Tip number 12, check SPAG before you close the book. Spelling, punctuation, and grammar. And these cost marks. Capital letters, full stops, commas in lists. Read it in your head. If you run out of breath, you need a full stop. So read back what you have written. If it is too long for you to read out loud and you have to catch your breath, typically catching your breath is where you would put a full stop, right? So that you can comfortably read. Now, you need to practice performance tasks at home. We have several past papers that we can refer to now. You should practice writing your letters and emails, completing your stories, giving advice to a character, comparing two ads, or explaining how pictures help the text, identifying facts versus opinions. And remember, you want your thinking, even if you're not sure, explain your reasoning. Just say, I think, or I believe, or based on what I've seen, based on the source. This is what I think, because the text says so and so. Still earn your marks. And you want to gather all the marks that you can get so that you can have a full 100% or as close to it as possible. So the PEP Performance Language Arts, the performance task for language arts is very manageable. You just need to ensure that you follow the steps that I've outlined, practice, and just stay calm and know that you are prepared for this exam, so you're going to ace it.